hallucinations! I'm getting visions now! Ooh, chest. A chunk of mithril ore. What was that? What's up, everybody? It's Blue Budgie 522, and we're back with more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alright. Last we left off, we had completed our hallucinations of Fort Condor. Thank goodness. And we had increased our rank in Queen's Blood after defeating not the Chocobo Isabelle at card games, so that would be so awesome if Chocobos could play card games. No, we defeated a player named Isabelle, and we have leveled up a rank, and now apparently there's a player at the Crow's Nest who it sounds like something that would happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where there's like a duelist that I am supposed to fight, and I'm like, I was just there the last time. Ugh. So I figured that for this run, we will be continuing our quest, our side quests. I think that this is like the last major minigame, aside from the Falls Guy frog game that's also here. But let's first track down some more card game players. So, depending on when this comes out, it'll either be like Thanksgiving in the US will either have happened or is close to happening. So if it's happened already, happy belated Thanksgiving and happy Black Friday. Please be safe on Black Friday. And for our Canadian friends, happy belated Thanksgiving. Canada also celebrates Thanksgiving, but it happens in October, like early October. Where are those twins? There's Isabelle. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. I am so sorry. Did not mean to bump into you. Where are the twins? I think they might be on another floor. They are. They're in that house. That house over there. I don't know where my card is gonna be placed, so I might be pointing in the wrong direction. But I know it's this way. This way.
Do you need something delivered?
Not at the moment. That would be so fun if... I don't know. I think that Cloud would be pretty good at delivering stuff. Don't you think?
Remember, we're not just looking for rookies. We're looking for rich rookies.
Uh-huh. Then we can make them pay up when we win.
Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about with twins. Okay. The kids here aren't as creepy as the one that was in Calm. Though, now that I've played a puppeteer in real life, I can't really say anything. I think she was trying to be a ventriloquist or something. I can't really say anything. Never mind. Just, I'm not gonna cut that out. I apologize, child in Calm. You were a great duelist and a great puppeteer, and I can't say that I am any better. I promise I'm a good chocobo. I'm a good budgie. I'm a good person. I promise. I'll promise.
Oh, hey there, mister. Are you looking for someone to play Queen's Blood with?
Yes.
We'd be more than happy to go a round or two with you.
I'm Devin, the younger brother.
And I'm Darren, the older one.
And together, we're the Double D Duo.
Double D
a team of
Duo.
twins who love Queen's Blood.
You'll face my little brother here first. If you win, then I'll take you on.
Wait, I have to
for
play
the
two
price
of you?
one. Sweet deal, right?
Speaking of prices, if you lose against either of us, you gotta fork over 3 gil.
Oh, okay. 3 gil's not bad. I was thinking you were going to pilfer me like 100 gil or so. But no, 3 gil's not bad. I wouldn't mind losing 3 gil. Okay, everybody. before we continue, place your bets. How much skill do you think I'm gonna lose here? Knowing me, if I have to play 2 of them, the most matches I've lost has been 3 matches or so, maybe 4. I'm gonna say I'm gonna lose 15 gil. I think I'm gonna lose 15 gil. That means I'm gonna lose 5 matches, I think. So, but comments below, place your bets, then go watch. We'll see how this goes. Oh, future me, if this turns out to be like a whole deal, please voiceover. Otherwise, we're gonna do this. Okay, let's go. More twins.
All right, bud. Before we continue with the video, I'd just like to address the audience for a moment here. So, what's up, everybody? It's Blue Budgie 522 from the future. Now, I was torn between voicing over the footage or keeping the parts in, because boy, does Queen's Blood require all of our hyperfocus. So what I did was I made a compromise. So for those of you who are listening to the video podcast style, you're probably not gonna recognize much in the transitions. If you are watching the video, you might find that the video and music is a little choppy in some places. That's because I slice and dice this like a turkey and provided only the highlights from the card duels. When we get to the actual winning matches, I will come back and voice over and just see what the winning strategy was. So, with all that said, I hope you enjoy the rest of this extra long Thanksgiving video. Enjoy!
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna get any reward for this. I'm not gonna even get a cool card? I can't remember. Did the child in Calm have a cool card that she gave me? I don't remember. This is man, I guess this isn't like Battle City in Yu-Gi-Oh! So for those of you who have not watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's a card game. Well, it's based off a card game. Well, I don't think originally it was based off a card game. But anyway, the Yu-Gi-Oh! That I'm talking about is Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City. I don't know which season that was, but it was when you were playing inside of Domino City. And whenever you dueled somebody in a card game, they had to fork over their rarest card. So by the end of it, when you get to the top, you got to play on this cool air blimp thing. By then, your deck will be just decked out with rare cards from all the duelists that you've defeated. So it was great. I thought that was an awesome premise. Of course, Seto Kaiba would come up with such an awesome premise for that. But anywho, I think there was a reason for it too, but I won't spoil the season. Just know that that was the rules of the game. Clearly, we are not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. We are playing Queen's Blood. Completely different card game. But nonetheless, I do like the board that we've got. Okay, I haven't really checked out the new card that I got, Shiva. What did she do again? When played, spawn Diamond Dust of power 2, 4, or 6 in empty positions. Okay. Good old Shinra Trooper. Can't go wrong with the classics. Just watch me eat my words. Okay, let's do it. Enough dawdling. I shouldn't be spending this much time over 3 gil, but here we are. Okay, Queen's Blood. Let's just pick that one. Okay, let's go. Alright. We're doing good. Maybe. Oh dang, what the? What happened? My board just got covered with a bunch of stuff. Shiva, what'd you do to my board? What She turned off my board! Shiva! Shiva, what the heck? Okay. I was wondering how that worked. They're gonna win this one. Okay. I don't think I want Shiva in my deck. Okay. That was my fault. Oh wait. It's a tie. What happens when there's a tie? I've never had a tie before. Do I still lose? 3 gil? Oh no, I wasn't paying attention to my pockets. Okay, let's not have Shiva in the deck. Oh my gosh, that startled me. No wonder she didn't spot anything. I'm sure that comes in handy later, but just, I don't need that right now in my life. I don't need that right now. Man. I mean, theoretically, we could play these kids, these twins, for how many rounds? I have at least 30,000 gil. So I could play this 10,000 times if I wanted. I don't think we're going to need 10,000 tries. I'm actually pretty good with this one. Okay. Cactuars can play at this game. Cactuar versus Cactuar. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose the top row. Come on! Where's my heart of the cards? I know this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh, but I carry it in spirit. Alright. Fat Chocobo this. Here we go. I can't use this. Aw, man! I did not think this through. I should have used my Fat Chocobo on the other one. Okay. I have Chocobos for a reason. I have Chocobos for a reason. I should use them. Alright, I think they win this round. So I lose 3 gil. Alright, defeat. Rematch. Yes. I actually think that was a solid deck. I think I just made poor decisions. So let's try this again. Yeah, let's play. Flame Trooper! Alright, who are you gonna summon? The Noodle! Get me some troops on the board! Okay, so they definitely won this one. So I need more cards that will give me more spaces. That one I didn't even get any 2s. Okay. Rematch! Yes. Okay, so second loss, so I'm out 6 gil. Okay, let's edit this deck. Yeah, all of my 2s did not appear, like, at all. I guess a Mandragora. Okay, we'll try this out. Third time's a charm, right? Yes, let's do it. Chocobo! I love starting with a Chocobo. Ooh. Yes, please. I don't know if I need to move forward or not. It's what I'm trying to figure out. What's it gonna do? Just because I'm spiteful. I'll get rid of that one. Yeah, they won this round. I am really struggling against these twins. Okay, so that's 3 I've lost. Oh, gosh. Alright, here we go. Flame Trooper. Flame Trooper and the Chocobo Moogle seems to be my go-to whenever I start. Well, there's my 3s. Where were you the last time? I'm gonna guess that the top one is gonna be a lost cause for me. Really? I am screwed because I ran out of woods. Okay. I may have lost my bet because this is my 4th defeat. What am I doing? Is it just luck or is my deck just bad? I'm tempted to put Shiva in my deck just because. What am I doing? That's not working. We'll try this. Has it really been that long since I started this game? Oh boy.
Don't worry, past me. It looks like we're in the home stretch here. So, in my hand, I've got a pretty good set of cards. I've got a lot that just have one light bulb, which makes it easier to summon monsters at the beginning. So, I just put down my Flame Trooper, which increased the light bulbs on my board to 2 on both the first and third row. The opponent had put down a Cactuar in the top right. So, the thing that was tripping me up was understanding how other cards either pave the way on the board and what benefits they give you. So, my strategy as a card player, and I guess in gaming in general, is I don't like my characters getting hurt. And I like taking advantage of bonus effects that make my character stronger. So that's why when I play, I place emphasis on the cards that'll give me benefits. So for example, the Cactuar. The Cactuar, if you play it, gives you a +3 in attack points to your card if you're able to land it there. But usually the monsters that have higher attack points have more light bulbs. So I'm trying to figure out how to get more light bulbs into that bottom square where it has +3 for my Cactuar. The other thing that happens is I have trouble advancing just because there's a tricky balance of choosing cards that'll help you advance versus the ones that give you bonuses. So I just put down Quetzalcoatl at the bottom there, so the opponent looks like it's gonna summon a bug on that top row. Alright. And then there are cards like the Kappa Wire that you see how it gets like a glowing purple little light there? That means that it's gonna attack that square. There are some monsters where they will attack other cards based on their attack points. And so I had thought that that was a permanent effect that happens, but apparently it only happens for that turn. So I just put down that monster, the Kappa Wire, and it was going to attack that square at the top, but there was nothing there. So that only took effect for that turn, which means that I can put anything there and it would be just like, it has no effect. I thought it was going to kill anything that I put there, but no, apparently not. So that was good to know. Usually I just try to figure out, just based on the light bulbs and the little benefit lights, where I need to go. So the opponent has been putting a lot of weak cards on the board. I'm kind of shocked. So Titan, this is what I wanted. Titan, because I'm able to summon it at the bottom with the Cactuar, it went from a +5 attack to +8. And so I think I have a pretty solid deck here. So that's all for this round. Pass me, you got this. I leave it to you.
Did I actually win this one? I think I might have won this one. Oh, finally! Oh, my Titan saved my bacon! Oh my goodness. Close!
Not bad. But next, you gotta beat me.
What I gotta... Did I lose any gil? I don't think I lost any gil. Well, that took me 4 tries, so I did better than I expected. But now I gotta face the other twin.
Don't worry, Devin. I promise I'll avenge you.
Oh, he's got a card. Okay, an ogre. The ogre actually looks quite beautiful. I also love the spaces that the ogre gives me. All right, let's do it. I think it was accumulatively, it was like 5, so. Ooh. Yeah, no. Chocobo's gonna have to go back into my deck, because, whoa, Nelly. I think you and you. Yeah, let's go. Because I was like, I can't play.
Don't worry, you can now play. So, I got rid of those cards because you can pick cards you want to redraw, and in this case, I needed more cards that had 1 light bulb. Because one of those rounds that I lost, I had a hand full of cards that had 2 and 3 light bulbs, but because of that, I couldn't summon anything on my board. So that's a situation you don't want to find yourself in, and that just comes down to luck sometimes. I did have a time, I think, with that one where I had too many high-leveled cards, and so if you put too many cards that are 2 or 3 light bulbs, that's not great. So I just put down a crab in the middle row, and they put down an archdragon on their middle row. My gosh. So the crab gives me +2 bonus attack points at the top, which I am going to take advantage of by placing Titan. So he goes from 5 attack points to 7. Now, they just put down another archdragon in the middle there, so they are dominating that middle row. Oh, that's funny. I also have an archdragon in my hand. I will say that after losing 4 rounds, I got a better grasp of Queen's Blood. So looks like I'm gonna be putting my own archdragon in the middle row there. And the opponent's gonna put their own crab at the bottom there to give their archdragon a +2 in the middle row. So their archdragon went from 3 attack points to 5 attack points. Now I'm debating what to do because the chances of me winning the middle row are low. So that might not be the row that I want to concentrate getting points on. I might concentrate on the other rows, which means trying to either place cards that'll help me advance or to place cards that have high attack points. Which it looks like that's what I'm debating. Oh my gosh, there's Shiva. Oh, Shiva's in my hand. Yeah, so the effect that Shiva had, I did not understand at all because her card's kind of weird, right? It only has her position, but what she does is anywhere that you have an empty space that has a light bulb, she fills it with icebergs. That's Shiva's ability, which I did not know until I played her, and it's like, oh. But the time that you would want to play that, I will explain later. I just put down an eyeball thing at the top. And they put down a birdie at the top. Which, man, I hope I put something there so that I can advance, because otherwise neither of us are going to be able to advance on the top row. So I just put down the chocobo mog, and what's cool is that I somehow managed to get that middle row to get to 8. Oh, but they just increased it to 10 because they put another crab at the bottom. So their strategy is to get as many points as possible for the middle row by sacrificing the bottom row. That's the opponent's strategy. So they get 10 points in the middle row, which is huge. But you would play Shiva if you are trying to fill up the board and if you have a lot of spaces, just so that the opponent has less spaces to play. So that is a strategy you can do as well, is you try to dominate the board so that the opponent can't play cards. Because once they run out of light bulbs, they can't play anymore, like at the top row. So they just put a kappa wire at the bottom to decrease the attack points of my chocobo above it. But I got so many points at the top there with Titan. I got 11. So I need to make sure that I get at least above 5 at the bottom row in order to win. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to do some mathing. So the opponent can't play any more cards, so I need to play one more card. And I think this will do it. Because this will give me 17. And because I defeat the row at the bottom, here we go.
All right, I think we got it. I used my brain. Yay! Oh, we actually did way better than I thought. Yay! Okay, Shiva. I'm glad we didn't play Shiva. And I got an ogre. Yay!
Aw, I can't believe we lost. You're better at this than I thought.
Hold up. Does this mean we don't get our 3 gil?
No, he totally still owes us. I'm pretty sure the deal was if we lost, we got 3 gil. Isn't
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You may have beaten us this time, but we'll get that 3 gil from you yet. So if you're ever in the mood, come back and play.
Oh, what good sports. Okay. Well, cool. Well, that turned out better than I had hoped. All right. You were impressive opponents, I have to say. You kids kicked my butt so many times. Yep. All right. I think that the last player in this town is downstairs. Downstairs.
Oh, I'd like to be his friend.
Shinra only knows how to raise me.
I think at the pier. I think the pier was where it was. Everybody watch your step! Watch your step! Don't bump into people! Excuse me, pardon me. Have a good day. Excuse me.
One little nibble, and I'd hook 'em quicker than a minnow can swim a dipper.
You know what, that is one good way to pass the time while you're waiting for players is to go fish. Excuse me, sir.
Well, would you look at that? I finally hooked a catch, and a good one, too. Bet you thought you could blow me out of the water just 'cause I'm getting on in years, hmm? Well, think again. I'm this town's ace angler, Zogan. And I've caught
Zogan.
much bigger QB fish than you, Sonny. I tell you that much. You young'uns can thrash all you like, but you'll never beat my years of experience.
Okay, I take it back. The kids don't creep me out nearly as much as this guy. You remind me of someone. Not anybody in real life, just a character. Okay, ooh. Rewards a Zemzalet. The one that had the awesome enemy skill that's totally saved our butts. Raise the power of all allied cards affected tiles by 3 while this card is in play. Yeah! Let's see. Let's just go with this deck for now, because I have no idea how the play style is for him. Or wait a minute, wait a minute. What's that snazzy card that we got in Ogre? I know it doesn't have any abilities, but man, I love the way that we could press forward with that. It's a 2. Yeah, let's replace you with this Ogre here. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Begin the match! Here we go! Queen's Blood. Alright, who have we got here? And I drew it on my first turn! How nice. Oh, I have my security officer too.
Let's begin. Alright. So for this first one, I think I'll place down a Cactuar on the top left. And then they're gonna put down a crab on the bottom right. Which, I think I've seen that formation before in a previous match. That's funny. I put down a Shinra machine on the middle row, which has 2 attack points. They just put down another crustacean type monster above their crab, so it has 3 attack points instead of just 1. They are also taking advantage of beneficial bonuses to their monsters. I just put down a Riot Trooper on the top row with 3 attack points, and they're gonna put down a Birdie with 1 attack point, but it did give them another light bulb in the top right row, which they now have a square that has 3 light bulbs. I think that's the maximum number of light bulbs you can have in a single square. So the ones that have 3 light bulbs on their cards, those are rare cards. You usually put those down either to make a big impact on your spaces, or they have some insane special ability that you want to use. So I just put down a Shinra Trooper in the middle row. They're gonna put down a crab, which has a +2 to the birdie at the top. Now I just placed my Fat Chocobo at the bottom, taking advantage of the Cactuar bonus, so now my Fat Chocobo has 8 attack points. They put an insect at the top for 1 point. And so this guy really loves stacking on those benefits. And he's got 3 crabs on the board. I don't know if it's because he's a fisherman and that's what his deck is like, or if that was just by pure luck. Oh man, I hope this is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where their cards kind of match their personality. I honestly haven't been paying that much attention. So my Archdragon just ate one of the crabs for dinner, and they just put a Shinra Trooper down on the bottom row below my Archdragon. Yeah, I've been paying more attention to how the NPCs play as more of a nod to their character versus their card deck. But it'd be so cool if their card deck matched them. So I just placed a Shinra soldier in the middle row. They put down a Zemzalet in the top right corner. But we're gonna end this now.
Here, let's end it with Shiva. There we go. Shiva just ends the match with our icebergs. Oh, this went out way better than with the twins. I wonder if it's because I know better now. Yay! Victory! We have a new card! Zemzalet.
Goodness me. This makes you the one that got away.
Thank
Serves me
goodness
right
for that.
For looking down on you just because you're young. Queen's blood is a lot like fishing, you know? Gotta be patient. Wait for the right moment, then reel them in. Time it wrong, and you'll be watching your victory swim away. Just look what happened to me. Guess I had a bigger catch on my hands than I thought. I should have been more careful.
Whew. Yep. Well, that was short-lived, but thank goodness. What's this? Oh yeah, Jump Frog, the the other minigame that happens here. I don't know if there's any trophy for, like, Jump Frog. I think that, he's the last player that we have to play in June on. So I guess we're on our way to the crow's nest. Oh my goodness. Is it really? Alright. One sec, I'll be right back. Alrighty. I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Though knowing future me, she's gonna take care of the editing so that y'all don't have to wait too long. Alright. Yep, to the crow's nests. Here we go. I'm gonna guess that we should fast travel over there, though. Oh, Cloud and the gang. It's like, we need to go and stop Yuffie. I know, it's just... let's get a chocobo. We'll fast travel to this place. Bye, chocobo, Isabelle. Get on the open road. All right. Yeah, it's been an hour according to my phone, but I didn't want to cut off the video because knowing me, I am probably going to fast forward through the parts with the twins, which means that the video will be shorter. So there's still some time left for some mini games. I wanted to wrap up at least Queen's Blood this video so that we can finally, everybody watch your step. I saw that. Y'all almost fell off the cliff. So that we can actually get to the parade at some point. So I just went and got me some water. I've been doing my best to drink more water these days. I'm doing a 30-day challenge where gradually I up my water intake. Seriously? So before... Get out of here, Isabelle! Hey, I saw you in card form. Fire fissure, sidewinder.
Only the strong survive.
Only the strong survive.
Isabelle? There she is.
So I am bad at drinking water, and so I took this challenge so that I could up my water intake. And I used to drink, I'd say, less than 8 ounces a day. It's not great. I was very, very dehydrated before. And my job doesn't require me to move around a lot. Neither do these YouTube videos. And so I sit for a while. And so I really only need, like, I was getting away with drinking maybe 8 to 16 ounces a day, which isn't great. So the first week, I think it's been about a couple weeks now. The first week I started off drinking 24 ounces a day, which I was able to keep up with. And then this week I started drinking 32 ounces. I got this water bottle. I don't have it with me right now, but it has timestamps on it. So I don't use a tracker to track how much water they drink, with ADHD, I much prefer visually seeing progress without having to do a whole lot to see that progress. And so I got one of those water bottles that has timestamps on it. So there are some water bottles that'll show you like, this is 32 ounces and this is 24 ounces. Well, I much prefer water bottles that say how much water I should have drunk by this level. So let's say, for example, here's my water bottle. By this much, I should have drank this much by 8 a.m., then by 9, then by 10. And the idea is that if you go by the 64 ounce metric of average, which is an average by the way, that's just not everybody needs to drink 64 ounces depending on your weight, your gender, how much activity you participated. You need more or less than that. So that's an outdated metric, but water bottles just as a standard, it's 64 ounces is just the way to go. And so I have a 32 ounce bottle, and so the timestamps are one for morning and one for afternoon. And so the idea is that once you drink 32 ounces, then you refill it, and then by 6 p.m. you should have drunk 64 ounces. Now keep in mind that you get water from other sources as well. If you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, you don't need to go out of your way to drink water because you get them from the fruits and veggies. Similarly, if you drink like coffee or sugary drinks or soda, that technically counts as
With me. Copy. Nice work.
what was that?
Take over. It's on
Barrett! See ya! Mad dash. Nice. Backs with Fury! Backs with Fury! I forgot I had those skills. I don't use them very often. I need to use them more often, because apparently my friendship grows when that happens. Where am I? Oh, I don't need to go that way. I need to go this way. Yeah, so if you eat fruits and vegetables, you don't have to drink so much pure water. If you drink, like, obviously if you're drinking your fruits and vegetables like in a smoothie, or you drink coffee and sugary drinks, that also counts as liquid. It's just that some drinks like coffee, they can actually dehydrate you. So they actually say that you should drink a glass of water before you drink a cup of coffee. I follow this method just because I am sensitive to caffeine, and if I don't have water with my coffee, I get like pressure in my chest. So that's why I drink water with my coffee, but apparently you're supposed to drink it anyway before you drink your coffee. It makes sense to me if coffee is like a dehydrator. I also learned that the reason why they have 6 p.m. as like the end mark for like stopping your intake is because, let's say you go to bed at like 10:30. If you haven't stopped drinking liquid by like a few hours, you're more likely to go to the bathroom at night. So I learned that like in the first week of the challenge, like, ooh, I need to stop drinking stuff a lot earlier than like 9 o'clock in the evening. Same thing with food. Okay, so I have this weird side effect whenever I eat food right before I go to bed. I kid you not, 70% of the time, if I eat food right before I take a nap or right before I go to bed, one, I tend to drool, which is not fun to wake up to. But even worse than that, I get nightmares. I looked it up to see if that was a thing. Apparently that's a thing that can happen to some people if you eat food right before you go to bed, you can get nightmares. It just, for me, it happens more often than not, and so I try my best to not have food 2 or so hours before I go to bed, so I can avoid having nightmares. Oh, I don't want to have nightmares. Because I don't know if it's just my body, this is how it digests food. Like, when it digests food, and I am sleeping, apparently that translates into having nightmares. It sucks. But I guess that it's a good thing for me to not go to bed right after I eat anyway. Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. I have too many of these instances where something bad happens to me whenever I do, like, eat fast food or eat too much salt. Or try to go to sleep right after I eat. Bad things happen. And I'm just bored too with that. And it sucks. I mean, it's probably a good thing that I have my body telling me in one way or another that I shouldn't be doing that stuff. But come on. Come on. Oh, I think I see my quarry. And here I was blaming the fisherman, like, you're being creepy. Am I being creepy? Calling my opponents my quarry? Probably. Should not call them that. My opponents! My rivals! Where are you? There you are. I don't think I've seen you back here. You're Cameron, right?
Is no one here brave enough to challenge me?
Oh. I am!
Finally. Someone who's worth a damn.
You could tell?
I'm Cameron, Queen's Blood champion. And I
Oh.
roam the world in search of proper sport.
Uh-huh.
I've scaled mountains, braved wastelands. As I communed with nature, I received a vision. The true spirit of this game we both play. And now I shall reveal it to you. Are you prepared?
Cloud's
Then
face.
come.
I would be laughing so hard right now if they... I don't think that's Dan Green. The person who voice acts Yugi and Yami Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Dan Green. He sounded very close to Dan Green, and this is totally something that... I don't think that Yugi would outright say the stuff that he's saying, but he definitely has, like, the spirit of playing Duel Monsters. Yes, I would love to challenge you, Cameron. Alright. Whoa! He has the giant snake as the card! Midgard Somar. I am totally butchering that name. When allied and enemy cards are destroyed, rates this card's power by 1. Oh. Oh. That's a pretty good one. My deck has served me well. I am scared. I am scared by this champion. We'll go with it. We can't be scared of failure. That's what holds us back. I am not afraid of defeat. I just don't want to be here for a really long time. I mean, I got beaten up by a couple of twins like 4 times in a row. I think that you overestimate my abilities. But hey, I also might not be giving myself enough credit here. Sure, why not? Let's go with this. Alright, Flame Trooper, let's go. Ah, he's got Shinra. We are not going to be playing Shiva right now. You're funny.
That's okay, past me. We can play any card that we want. So, for Cameron's matches, I decided to voice over all of them as opposed to just the winning match, because this is a lot of Queen's blood, admittedly, and this is also a bit of an extra long video, again, because of all the Queen's blood matches, and that's with the video edits. But it's also, I considered this a Thanksgiving special, and wouldn't you know it, I just happened to be editing on the evening of Thanksgiving. So I finished visiting my family. There was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of food, and a lot of leftovers, and oh boy, I love leftovers. I'm one of those people that I can eat the same meal for 4 to 5 meals. There's a trick to it, though. The way that I handle leftovers is I add a little bit of something so it doesn't feel like I'm eating leftovers. So what that means is I might add an extra ingredient to it, might give it a different texture, or I will prepare the leftovers in a certain way so it doesn't feel like it's even the same dish. And that's the secret to enjoying leftovers for long periods of time. You just disguise it so it tricks your brain into thinking that you're having a completely different meal. So, one of the things that I did before today was look up on the internet what people have done to their leftovers from Thanksgiving dinner. And so, one of them was to make Thanksgiving nachos. So you buy a bag of nachos and you lay it down like a layer of bedding, and then you put your turkey, your gravy, mashed potatoes, stuffings all on top of the nachos. And what it does is the nachos, and this is the same thing for tortilla shells as well, is that it gives it an extra crunch. Which, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of food in the traditional Thanksgiving meals are kind of soft and mushy, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn. There's not a whole lot of different textures going on unless you got something crispy. So with nachos, they give you a different texture, which can also trick your brain into thinking that you're eating something else, if it's not a texture that's associated with the meal. And so that's just my personal preference with food. I just like having a blend of different textures. So a little bit of soft, a little bit of resistance, a little bit of crunch. I don't know if that's just me or if that's an ADHD thing or something, but that's how I like my food. So the other one, which I thought was really cool, was turkey dinner egg rolls. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. What you do is you get egg roll wrappers, and instead of filling it with the usual egg roll filling, you fill it with all of your leftover ingredients from the turkey dinner. So the only thing I would caution is that you avoid putting too many mushy ingredients like mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, because the more liquidy the ingredient, the more soggy your egg rolls might turn out when you bake them or fry them. Now, I have gotten used to baking my egg rolls because I don't like keeping frying oil around, which is shocking because I'm Vietnamese. It's like, how can you not keep frying oil? Well, it's a bunch of extra steps that I don't like to have when cooking. I like to keep my cooking as simple as possible. And just the idea of having to store the oil, yes, I can reuse it, but then you have to do this extra step of disposing it properly, and that's just a bit too much maintenance for me. So I have gotten used to baking my egg rolls, which honestly I feel like it's a bit of a healthier option because The egg rolls don't come out as greasy. The egg roll wrappers are a little bit crunchier. And I can do many more egg rolls in a single batch as opposed to frying them in my wok. So I like baking my egg rolls. You can also use an air fryer as well. I think that with these egg rolls, because most of your ingredients are cooked anyway, that the air fryer should do a pretty good job with it. Usually I cook my ingredients fully before I put them in the oven to bake, with the exception of binding it all with at least one egg for like a batch of 50 egg rolls, but my egg rolls are pretty small. And then I just let the oven bake the egg. So that's the other way I saw that I thought was pretty cool for Thanksgiving leftovers. Now for me, the way that I contribute to my Thanksgiving dinners with family is I bring dessert. And my favorite traditional thing to bake for Thanksgiving is a key lime pie. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love pumpkin pie. That's probably one of my favorite desserts for Thanksgiving. But man, am I a rebel sometimes. And I just thought, I really want something tart for Thanksgiving, because usually Thanksgiving food is comfort food, makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. I just need something to wake me up. Wake me up, wake up my taste buds. And so, key lime pie. Now, what was funny was the first time that I made key lime pie, I didn't quite understand how eggs worked, and the key lime pie recipe that I use called for eggs. Now, there are recipes that don't call for eggs for key lime pie, but what I look at in the recipes and Reddit was that they actually suggest using eggs because it gets like a richer texture, which I do like in key lime pie. So, I didn't know the difference between like egg yolks and egg whites in the sense that I didn't know which one I needed to put in the recipe. And I didn't know that you could make egg whites into meringue by just putting it inside of like a KitchenAid and just whipping it up very quickly. I was quite new to cooking. I wasn't like at the advanced stages of cooking, and so I had put the eggs inside of the KitchenAid and with the yolks and the egg whites, and it did not fluff up. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? And it's like, I did not need to put the egg yolks in there is what happened. But it ended up being that because I put both the egg yolks and the egg whites in, that my family actually really loved it. And so I just kept up with that. So even though the recipes online don't call for egg whites in there, I just put them in there anyway. It's like less work for me to like figure things out. And oh boy, does this key lime pie have a story. So as you can tell, I've had a bit of a challenge with key lime pie. In this case, when I bought the ingredients for key lime pie, the first thing that happened was I should have bought 2 bags of key limes versus just 1. Now, key limes are actually different from regular limes. Key limes are about half the size of a regular lime, which is quite small. I think they're the size of ping pong balls as the size of a key lime. And a lot of recipes for key lime pie calls for 3/4 cups of key lime juice. Do you know how many key limes you have to squeeze to get 3/4 of a cup of key lime juice? More than a bag's worth, I'll tell you that much. I think there were about 20 key limes in the bag, and that only yielded barely half a cup of juice. Now, I was squeezing this by hand because I don't know of a juicer that would, unless I had one of those really fancy juicers where you can put the whole fruit in, there's no way I was gonna be able to get like a regular lemon squeezer juicer to yield these limes. It's too small. So, and I also had cut my hand, so the lime juice kind of burned. It's like, ugh. But anywho, so that was the first thing. I thought, okay, well, I don't have enough key limes for this recipe, but I figured half a cup is still a pretty decent amount of juice to yield for key lime pie. So I just made up for it by making sure I zested a lot of those key limes to add more of the lime fragrance to the pie. Now, this recipe, it called for eggs, it called for the key limes, and condensed milk, so I used a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. Now, it also called for, I think, cream, which I didn't really have on me, and so I just said, well, I'm going to be using egg whites, so we'll skip on the cream. Now, the graham cracker crust is where I ran into my next problem. So, I used about 5 tablespoons of butter and 12 graham crackers. And even though I put them through the food processor, there was not enough, at least to me, it felt like there wasn't enough binding agent. And unfortunately, I was using like 2 different recipes, so I was using one recipe for the filling and the other recipe for the crust. I thought I had all of the ingredients for the other recipe, but I didn't. I was missing heavy cream. I thought, oh shoot, I bought whipped cream, but I didn't buy heavy cream, and I thought, well, isn't whipped cream technically heavy cream, except it's whipped up very quickly? So here I am with a bowl full of the graham cracker crumb crust, and I am just squeezing just all of this whipped cream into my bowl. I'm not measuring or anything. I'm just kind of eyeing it and then folding it into my crust. And if it binds together or if it's still crumbly, that determines if I need to add more. I think I did like 2 rounds of just filling up the entire bowl with whipped cream, because man, the whipped cream just shrinks down to nothing when you fold it into stuff. So after I did that, I learned something very important. You need a lot of whipped cream to replace the amount you need for heavy cream, because what ended up happening is it looked like when I was baking the crust, I had too much butter, or there was something in the whipped cream that made it have too much of a butter ratio to crust. And so what happens is when you have too much butter in your crust, all you're doing is you're cooking the butter, and so your crust never hardens. So it just felt like wet sand, my crust, and I had put it in the oven for twice as long as the recipe called for, and it still wouldn't harden. I'm like, well, it's kind of like 10 p.m. and I kind of want to go to bed at some point, and my key lime pie filling is kind of just sitting there on the counter. I don't want it to sit any longer than it has to, so I figured that, well, since it's a graham cracker crust, it doesn't have any egg in it. So even if the crust is soggy, that doesn't mean that anybody's gonna get sick from eating it. At least that's from my understanding, because all it had was the graham cracker crumbs, the butter, and the whipped cream and some sugar. And the whipped cream, that's safe to eat, like, even refrigerated, so I figured I was safe. So I just poured the key lime pie filling over it and then baked it, and the key lime pie filling did exactly what it was supposed to, behaved as it was supposed to. It was just that crust. There was much to be desired in that crust. The good news is that everybody loved it. I think that out of the whole pie, I got maybe a wedge or two left. That's how much they liked the pie. And that was after we had eaten Thanksgiving dinner. But boy, that crust was so hard to cut through. Oh man, I'm gonna have to up my skills on graham cracker crust. It's honestly been a long time since I cooked anything, to be honest. Been just so busy between my job and the YouTube channel and the art business. Just, I'm trying to get better at cooking on the regular. I used to, but not so much. Okay, my little marker here says that we are now on the final match where I won, and oh my goodness, my hand is atrocious. I've only got one kappa wire, which I keep wanting to call a capybara, but it's not a capybara. It looks nothing like a capybara. Or Kuwabara. I keep wanting to call it Kuwabara as well. It's like, Kuwabara doesn't look like that from Yu Yu Hakusho. And look, I have two in my hand. So, it can't hurt anything now that I know that it can't hurt things when you play it, so. Oh boy. So, according to the time, it didn't take me too long for this match. So, I put down a kappa wire in the middle there, and oh man, Cameron also put down a kappa wire down. I think Cameron's strategy was to sacrifice monsters. I remember that his playstyle was a bit more advanced than the other NPCs that I've played. So, whoever did the logic for Cameron and his player did a fantastic job. So I placed down a Quetzalcoatl in the top there. Cameron just loves his kappa wires. He just placed another one on the middle board there. It's not attacking anything either. So I've got a Zemzalit, I got Fat Chocobo, and the Chocobo and Moogle. Oh, my hand is just full of Chocobos. Got a Cactuar as well. What's it gonna be? Pass me. Looks like we're playing our Zemzalit. And so, oh wow, that Zemzalit increased the attack points of my Capybara to a Kappa Wire. Oh, but their Archdragon, Cameron's Archdragon killed my Zemzalit. Oh, it ate it. It ate it for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's safe to say that Cameron won the middle row there. So now I'm trying to figure out, man, how am I gonna salvage this match? Well, I can't place a Kappa wire in the middle. I don't have enough light bulbs. And then I got a Flame Trooper as well. The tricky thing with the Flame Trooper is that if it dies, then it's gonna take out all of the monsters behind it, which I think is supposed to be reminiscent of its flamethrower. Like how it attacks with a giant flamethrower. That's why I get nervous when I play a Flame Trooper. Okay, so I place a Kappa wire on the top row after my Quetzalcoatl. They put a Riot Trooper above one of their Kappa wires. Hey, look at that! I've got my own Archdragon. But let's see what I do here. I mean, that Archdragon could eat Cameron's Archdragon. That'd be a nice little bit of revenge there. Alright, that looks like that's what I'm gonna do. So I ate his Archdragon. Take that. Ooh. So he put down the scary monster. It only has attack point of 1, but it has a wide range of spaces that it can take up or spawn for the player. So Cameron has a 3 light bulb square at the bottom right. I just put down my Fat Chocobo on the bottom. His art dragon just ate my Kappa wire for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh man. I just had the thought of, man, what would happen if I turned a Kappa wire into tea? Because for some reason it looked to me like ginger with face on it. So they put a flame, I think a flame trooper, Cameron did at the bottom. Oh no, that was me. I think that was me. Oh, they put down their giant snake at the bottom right. Oh man. But I also have my fat chocobo down there at the bottom. So, if I place a riot trooper down there, I will have 11 points. But yeah, Cameron was one of the harder ones, even though I struggled a lot with the twins. His NPC had quite some big brain moves. And with that, I think that we technically win the match here. So, take it away.
I don't think he could play anymore. I think that we would. Right? We would? Yeah, I think we would. Whoo! Fat Chocobo for the win! Oh. Yay, we have a giant snake in our party. Oh my. Don't tell me the game crashed. I think my game crashed. No! Come on, PlayStation! No! No, my victory! My victory! Game! Game, please don't take this away from me, game. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Are they gonna take this victory away from me? No! Oh man, I can't even. I am pushing buttons. What?
This is wrong. This is all wrong.
What?
I don't understand. It was just supposed to be a game.
What?
No.
What's happening?
There it is again. That voice
What is happening right now?
has returned. No, that's impossible. It's just a silly card game.
Is there something with Queen's Blood we need to know about? This is Shadow Realm stuff. I did not intend for this to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover. What is happening? Did I do a bad thing?
Oh God. What have I done?
What has happened? What has happened?
Tell them. They all need to know the terrible truth about Queen's Blood.
No. No, what is... We're not having another cursed game here. No, I hallucinated
Were
again!
you granted a transcendent vision, as I too was? You look as though you've just seen a ghost. Saying
Yes.
that, I'm reminded of the story of Ledrell Balmon, the creator of Queen's Blood.
No.
After he started selling cards, he spoke of hearing a strange voice. He then
No.
withdrew from the public eye and became a recluse. No one saw him again until his death. There's no shortage of people who've had their lives turned upside down by the cards. Just goes to show what a deep and captivating game it is.
That just means that there's Shadow Realm stuff
This
going
magic
on.
art stands as proof of that truth as well. Thank you for this experience, my friend.
almost done with hallucinations. I'm getting visions now. Ooh, chest. A chunk of mithril ore. What was that? What was that? Barret, Red, did you see that? Why am I keep getting sucked in to visions, hallucinations? We already had like Dementors in the first game, not the original game, but like Final Fantasy Remake. And my head's already getting these fuzzy visions of the Mako static, and then I had hallucinations of this swordsman. I think his name's Gilgamesh, who may or may not be in Wutai, and now you're telling me that there's some kind of Shadow Realm thing going on inside of Queen's blood. Don't tell me that seminar about world peace. Excuse me, is this why you started this seminar? Is it because you had that vision too? That somehow this vision, I don't know how this vision led you to wanting to do something about Queen's blood and world peace. That did not look like world peace to y'all. Did it look like world peace to y'all? It looked like death and darkness to me. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting. I thought all I had to worry about was stopping Yuffie from her crazy plan to take out Rufus Shinra for money, and you're telling me that there's actually some kind of Shadow Realm thing going on with Queen's blood. What did we do to the timeline? What did we do to the timeline? Why? I need to go to Chadley. I need Chadley's sane music. What did we do to the timeline? I feel like maybe defeating the Fate Dementors from the Harry Potter Kingdom Hearts thing, whatever, was not the right choice. Maybe not. I feel like with all the crazy stuff that's happening with Aerith talking to somebody who may or may not be a different timeline, us defeating Fate quite literally in Final Fantasy Remake, and now all these weird stuff is happening in this game with hallucinations I've never had before from the original game. Definitely should not have happened in this timeline, and now such crazy things are happening in this timeline. Fort Condor isn't even the same. It's just... Oh. I was warned by one of my friends who's already played this game. They warned me that... Well, they asked me if I was good at playing Queen's Blood. I'm like, I'm okay at it, and I guess. He's like, do you enjoy it? It's like, yeah. It's like, it's gonna be important later. I'm like, what? Was this it? Was this the important thing that came later? I thought it would have to be something like, oh, I need to defeat this champion at, like, Golden Saucer is, like, one of the final mini games. Are you telling me that the fate of Gaia... Am I literally gonna have to have some kind of Heart of the Cards with Queen's Blood and save Gaia from Shadow Realm stuff? I don't think Genova plays Queen's Blood. Does Genova plays Queen's Blood? Are we gonna... Don't let this be a card game battle with Genova, okay? No, that is not how I imagined our final clash would be. If we turn this into a card game, don't even. Don't even play with me with that right now. Oh, man. Anyway. Man, the future of me is gonna have to do something, because my timer here says it's been almost, like, it's a quarter till 2 hours. So, I think this is enough. So, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I need a break. I need this Thanksgiving break to give me some clarity. So, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, how was your Thanksgiving break? Is there a favorite food that you like to eat on Thanksgiving? For me, I like to make key lime pie. I'm sure that'll be a story for another day, but that's my favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving is key lime pie. I hope y'all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!